Hey, what's up guys? So I'm making a quick little install video just in case I am actually successful in this little adventure I'm deciding to go upon with the first gen. Now, I just got the first gen back. We got a brand new LC engineering engine in it. She's running good. Why not rip her back apart and test our luck? Nah, for real though, everything's running really good with the LC engineering engine. The truck is at 90%. And I say 90% because for a while now I've had an issue with my steering. My steering is super loose. It is so fucking sketchy. You don't really want to drive it. Anyone that I've let drive it who, besides myself, who's not used to it or knows what's going on, they think they're gonna crash. You can't even like switch lanes. It's got like a 2-second pause in between. It's just really bad. I've diagnosed everything seems fine. All signs point to the steering gearbox. So after very limited videos that were available on YouTube, and some of the things on the forums just aren't super clear, so I'm going to take what I got from the videos and I'm going to try to simplify it a little bit and show you guys what I'm doing under the hood to maybe help your experience. And again, I've never done this. I'm not super savvy when it comes to the engine bay, so I'm more of a YouTube mechanic. So if you're like me and you're looking for something to be a little bit more simplified and hey, this is what you do, you know, this is the video for you. So I'm underneath the engine bay here and I did start already. Now, there is your steering gearbox right there, okay? It is connected to your steering shaft right here, which I am currently loosening this bolt for to remove off the gearbox. Now, there is a hose, which I curled up right here, that attaches onto this. This part is screwed into the gearbox really fucking tight. So I just took the hose off and I'm hoping when I get the gearbox off, I'm able to get that loose. This thing is full of power steering fluid, so you will be making a mess. I currently have a bucket underneath mine for all the dripping. The only other hose was this one, which was actually relatively easy to get off. Just underneath mine. I don't want to jinx your situation, but mine was easy to pop off. Now it just unscrews and comes out like that. That leaks too, so be careful. I just loosened it there. I am currently taking off the steering shaft bolts and I will get into how to put it back on, but for right now that is where I am at. Now, the steering gearbox, if you want to see more of a view of it, is right here coming down the side of the frame. It is attached to your pitman arm. I'm going to undo this castle bolt and pop all this off, pop this off of the gearbox here, and you know, hopefully it's all as easy as it sounds. It's my first time doing it, so if you're feeling a little intimidated, hopefully this kind of simplifies the process. So you got your bolts here, bolts here, bolts here. I'm gonna get this off first and then take this off, pull the thing out. So that is the idea. Let's see how it goes. All right, so next we're gonna go and take off this bolt here. I took off the castle nut, removed the little wire, and then we're gonna put the pitman arm puller right here, pop this off. All right, I wanted to give you guys a little heads up just in case you do have an Advance Auto in your area. I just went to go rent my pitman arm puller and it was $145, which would usually break my head. But the cool thing about it is that is just a deposit. You get it back. When you bring it back, you get all your money back. So I know AutoZone didn't offer that, but and that was the only other place I called was AutoZone. So I thought that was a pretty cool deal. It was like, sweet, here's 145. As soon as I bring it back, I get that all back. So basically free. It is free. It's a free rental. Just bring it back. That's pretty legit. I was like, what's the catch? Like, no catch. Just bring it back. Don't steal it. All right, cool. So thanks, Advance Auto. I just removed the pitman arm. Now, in the videos that I found, the main one that I found doing this, the guy wasn't replacing this pitman arm. So I was kind of wondering, you know, I used the remover on the ball joint part, which by the way, mine's ripped. I might have ripped it. I think it was ripped already before though. So that happened, but I went ahead and removed it from the actual gearbox itself, which was pretty on there pretty tight. But I just used this puller right here, tightened the shit out of it, and then a little tap of the hammer that the thing came exploding down. So just be really careful. You might not have to tighten as much as I did. Maybe just tighten it up and then give a little whack with the hammer, and the thing will come flying right off. So while I was over at Advanced Auto, I went ahead and picked up some PB Blaster. All right, so I removed those bolts that I put the PB Blaster on, and finally removed the steering shaft bolt, the last one, which is right here. There was this little hanger in there. I decided to take off just to make a little bit extra room, but other than that, it slipped out pretty good. And some cool little Easter eggs on this thing. Let's see. It says Toyota with a D, which is super cool, and it's got the TEQ symbol on it. So original. What's really cool too, is original. Now I still need to remove this, and it looks like it's a little worn, so I'm just going to be really careful and try to get that off. And that is the last piece of that puzzle. Now before I install anything else, I'm going to go ahead and get my power washer here, and I'm just going to hit everything inside because there is a lot of grease that spilled out, and there's a lot of grease in other areas. So I'm just going to hit it, clean it all up, make it nice, and then reinstall the new one. Okay, so getting the new gearbox in there is actually not very difficult. Fitting it, I just slipped it up through the bottom, kind of moved it around. You gotta play with it a little bit. But what was hard is getting the steering shaft U-joint on there back onto the rack itself. And I was having some trouble because I heard opening up the little space more, you'll be able to slip it on. Only problem is I didn't know how to open it up. But what I did have laying around was this little thing that I used to pop off clips. And what I did is I angled it like this. So I angled the gearbox to where this was like sitting on top of it. It wasn't going all the way in. It was lined up. And I grabbed it right here, right there, and I just smacked it with the hammer, and it literally just popped right in. So now I'm going to put that bolt back on there, tying it around it, securing everything, and go from there. Alrighty, and there you go, guys. So it is all mounted. I got the hoses back, got the shaft on, steering wheel's all crooked. I just got to put my new pitman arm tomorrow, because the new one is going to be here a little later tonight. So maybe I'll try to do it tonight, but that's pretty much it. Put the pitman arm back on and go get this thing aligned, and you know, we should be set, ready to go. I'm going to turn it on, turn the wheel left, right, left, right, left, right, get it pumping and everything, and go from there. So easy install, way more intimidating than anything else. You know, you think steering gearbox. For me, you know, I'm used to the 5th gen, and I think, you know, steering rack, oh my God, like that thing's a mission. So this, going back to 1988, when things were a lot simpler and cars were a little bit more straightforward, this is a pretty easy install. So very excited. Hopefully it fixes my loose steering wheel problem. And that's all I got.